What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Joshua Martin. Two things I want to say before I get jumping into this topic. One, this will be the last time you'll see any type of light shifting or glares in my eyes from my glasses in the window. I just bought myself one of the Aputure 120D lights. I'm super excited for that to come in. I'm trying to up my production quality here on the channel. So yeah, I can't wait for that to happen. Two, if I'm looking up, I have the monitor right there, and you know, your eye kind of tends to float up to the top. So yeah, but let's jump into it. Last week I was listening to this podcast and they were talking about the why. Why do you create the work that you create? Essentially, like, what was the initial start and how has it changed, and where are you now, and are you still striving to that goal and that milestone? And I just want to share with you what my journey has been a little bit, and the why. My why didn't start forming until later on in my young career, and I want to share that with you, and hopefully that will, you know, allow you to think about what's your why, and hopefully you can share it. So basically, I started photography back in high school, and there's nothing around where my skill set can be nurtured and fostered. Really, it was me picking up my dad's camera and just photographing everything that I saw. That eye-opening moment that I had when I understood the concept of aperture, ISO, and shutter speed, and how those things can help you capture what you see, that was a beautiful moment for me, because I realized this tool can help me communicate something beautiful for someone. And that's where I started. I started, you know, taking photographs of flowers, landscapes, all the things that weren't people at the time. And I loved it. I love being able to capture light, process light, understand what it's doing. And then, you know, over time, I started to get into photographing people, and that was a whole nother level. That was a whole nother level with me growing, because now I get to capture someone's essence in one frame, and being able to communicate what I think about them, or even communicate what they want to say through a still image is a powerful thing. And so, I mean, at times I did take that for granted. I was just taking pictures to take pictures. Excuse me. And then, you know, over time I realized, like, that a picture can say so much. So after that, like, getting into college and stuff, I started to, you know, do more photography. I started to get into studio work. I just love being able to communicate something beautiful that I see to someone else using this tool. And that was my why at the time. I was able to really, you know, grasp the concept of photography and just run with it very quickly. As soon as photography was introduced into my life, I just ran with it. I knew that was what I wanted to do, because it came so easy to me. It was so easy to understand how to use these foreign language of the camera and just and have that work for me, and then run with it and try to capture everything that was beautiful to me. And then I got introduced to film, and that changed my world upside down, because now you can have this whole story arc, and I thought that was so complex, and so I strive to kind of dive into that world now. And what I realized in college, what my real why, all the skills that I was building up into that point, was I wanted to talk about the human condition. And I started with me. In college, I did a short film called 125 Pounds. And I mean, as you can see, I'm a pretty skinny guy. And so I wasn't like necessarily picked on, but it did bother me that a lot of people would notice my weight before really getting to know me first. So you're like, oh man, are you eating? Or in sports, I played so hard in sports to prove people that I wasn't weak because of my size. Film gave me another voice to talk about my condition, and I was able to you know, share my thoughts, my feelings through audio, through visual, and it was poetic. It was so beautiful, and just that eye-opening experience allowed me to you know, not allowed me to, but it made me want to do more. And so when I had my next one of my major breakups in a relationship, I did a video about that. And even though, like, it wasn't perfect, there's some quirks about it that still bugs me today. but I was able to voice my my emotions, and that was so powerful because growing up I did bottle a lot of things inside because I thought I had to carry that load. But these tools allow me to kind of just open the floodgate and just say what I need to say, so I won't feel bottled up. I won't feel like I'm trapped in my own thoughts, on your own body and things like that. So man, like I had to say that is my why till this day, is trying to talk about the human condition, my personal experiences, someone else's personal experience. And to be honest, like I kind of got off the track. I started chasing the money more. I started picking up jobs that weren't necessarily what I wanted to do. I knew I had the skill set to do, but of course things you have to do to kind of pay bills and whatnot. And right now I'm on this journey back to doing that, and I really want to hone in and really dive in and make powerful stories, and that comes with practice. That's not going to happen. I know that's not going to happen overnight, but that is my goal that I'm going to keep pushing towards, because right now, like, I feel so passionate. I feel this fiery passion to speak about things that affect me, things that affect others, things that affect outside of my circle. Like, there's so many things I'm involved with that I can talk about, and I know that film is a powerful way to get that out there. Man, yeah, I hope this little insight of, you know, where I'm coming from with my art, I hope that inspires you to think about your why, write it down. You can share it with me. You can find me on Instagram and whatnot and hit me up, or we can have a conversation about it. Man, I can't wait to get another studio. I think I'll be in this place for about 6 more months. The lighting here kills me. It's so yellow behind me, isn't it? Like, look at that. Well, I kept the light on, that's why. If this did help, or if you want to say whatever you want to say in the comments below, feel free to. I want to know your thoughts. Hit me up on Instagram, if anything. Follow me. Hit this like button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.